Hey guys, it is Ryan. Feathers Elite Pigeon Auctions. You know me, I know you. We're here again. What do we want to bring you? We want to bring you content. And the world is crazy for one-off races. One-off races are great. They're meant to be great. The purpose of them is great. Not all are great. We have good experiences and we have bad. I'm going to introduce you to a gentleman that I think you're going to really, really enjoy. Bill Ensign from Las Vegas, Nevada. Yes, the gambling place of the world, isn't it? Do you guys think
Uh,
so? Uh, Bill, hold on. I know you're hot to trot. We are going to bring Bill on, and Bill, before for people who don't know who you are in one-off racing, you have quite a background in not only participating and winning and losing and trying different races all over the globe. You also organized one-off races as well, and I want to thank you for coming on. But what I want to do is say, Bill, tell me a little bit about you.
well, I moved to Las Vegas in 1979, and I became a 21 dealer. And my parents were in the casino business, and so after I found out the kind of money that you could make in the casino business, I decided to move from Sacramento, California, to Las Vegas. And I took that career all the way from a 21 dealer to an owner of a casino, and about 7 years ago, after my father passed away, my brother and I sold our interests in the casinos. So I'm no longer in the casino business. I'm retired.
Okay.
But I started in pigeons when I was probably about 14 years old. Had pigeons in the backyard in a coop, and I probably had them there for about 6 months. And a cat got in there and killed all of them. And I said to myself, I said, I'm not ever going to have pigeons again unless I can afford to have them in a facility that would not happen again. And so it took me till 1986, I think, in Las Vegas. I got my first pigeons, and I've had them ever since. I flew in the club in Las Vegas for 2 years, and after all of the going to the meetings and going to all watch all these people argue every time I would go to one of these club meetings, it just wasn't for me. I just didn't like it. So I started looking around at what else could I do, and I found the competition in San Diego at the Triple Crown with Ron Steinbrenner. And then I also found the multiple loft participation in the FEC and the snowbird races. And so
Okay.
I started participating in that in 1988. So I've been doing this for 38 years, flying one loft races.
Yeah, that's a long time, and I mean, you've seen the. You're really, we're going to say, a pioneer of the evolution of America's one-off race. America really put the one-off racing on on the map. We have to say this 100%. They're the
Yes,
pioneers of it.
yes. I mean, if you go back to year 2000,
Mhm.
Mike Gannis and a guy by the name of Suvit Awazapornsnip and myself put on the largest one-loft race in the United States called VegasRace.com. We had 1,500 pigeons there, and it was very successful. But because of different things that were transpiring with the management of the race, it couldn't continue. Um, but to see what it's, what we started there and where it's come today. If you remember, there is an organization here in the United States called iPigeon.com.
Yeah.
It's an auction site. and they put on the first live auction in the United States, or maybe even the world, at the Monte Carlo resort that I was the director of casino operations at the time.
Oh, wow. So you were you were in the you're the pioneer. You had you seen from the casino side of it, business side of it. You took it a little. You helped it out. You gave it a little push, and now we are. How many years ago was the Vegas race?
26.
So think about this: 26 years ago. Take a look at where we are today. Now, where do you think today? You think it's evolved? Is it evolved in a good way? Is it great? Is it the best? Can it be better? What's your thoughts on it?
Well, I think that, where it's developed over the years, it's been a great avenue for myself. Still participate with the pigeons, and still be able to compete and see what your family of pigeons will do against other competition. And I think that, you know, over the years, I think it's increased. I mean, when San Diego started, back when John Timmerman in the California Classic started, I was in his race the first year that he had it. You struggled. I mean, you begged people. You got on the phone and you called people, and you were lucky to get 400 or 500 pigeons. You begged
Yeah.
people. Now, anybody, Joe Blow, they don't. Nobody even knows who they are. They build a loft. They build a website. They put on all this advertisement, and they got 1,000 pigeons, and they don't even know anything about pigeons.
Yeah. 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 Hey, I 100% agree with you on this. People think it's just putting up an advert and building a big shed. Wire floor, put the drinkers in, put the advert up, and guarantee prize money, and it works. And it's not that. And I'll say something. The more and more lofts that do it, they take away the art of the handler. And I mean, uh, John Timmerman, he's a handler. He gives a shit. He goes out there and plays the pigeons, works the pigeons. You know what? You don't see it. Ahmad from the San Diego Classic, the same way, playing with the pigeons. Ron Steinbrenner, that art, those pigeon men, people can just build a loft, put up an advert, guarantee money. And people just show up. And then they're wondered why it's such a disaster. Because they don't have the men that can handle what's going on. Do you agree?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
And the one loft racing today, with all of the new people coming into our sport that have never done club racing, they've only done one loft racing. It's almost like the people in the casino business, that when you're coming in there and they come into Las Vegas and they see these great big buildings, and they walk in there and they drop a couple of dollars in a slot machine, and boom, they hit the jackpot. And all of a sudden, instantly, they're hooked, because they they're not even a part of the history or anything. They're just a part of the excitement. Well, same thing can happen with these young guys coming into the sport. They get a pair of pigeons. It just happens to hit. They win a lot of money. They tell their friends, and now all of a sudden they get in. They don't even know how to hold a pigeon. They don't even know how to anything about a pigeon, or they don't have the love for the pigeon that people like us that have been around them for 40 or 50 years.
Yeah, yeah. I know. I don't know. I was in San Diego the first time I participated was in 2011. I participated in all three races. I struck out at John's and I loved it. I loved going there. I did okay at Ron's. I won some money. And in the Holiday Cup, I had one of the best pigeons there. It was great. And I remember winning, and I can't tell you how much money I won. But I looked at who I beat and people that I seen, and I'm from Canada, but looking at that time, you seen Dave Clousing's name and Gannett, you seen different people's names. And it was such a euphoric feeling. And I'm third generation Belgian pigeon man, growing up in pigeons. And it's incredible. I totally get what you're saying. And I think that people participating in one loft races, they don't do their homework. They really don't. They just look at prize money and flyers and big lofts. They don't look at what really it takes to make it happen.
Yeah, that is absolutely true. And they think anybody can just build a loft and get rich. They all think everybody that puts on one of these races just automatically they're going to be rich. It doesn't
Yeah.
work that way. It's a lot of work.
Yeah, and it's funny. I haven't been down to San Diego since 2013. And I came back, John invited me back down, so I came down. And you get almost it's like meeting an old girlfriend. You get the butterflies, eh?
Yeah.
And I pulled up and I looked and I went to myself because me and my dad were in business. And my dad rung in my ear at that moment and he said, "Take a look at John Timmerman. He's invested in his company. He built the Royal Cup. He's put the grass in. He's designed it even nicer. He's cleaned it up. He's made it an attraction. It's not a pigeon loft in the backyard. It almost I'm actually going to say to John, he's got to either put it in a swimming pool or a real big hot tub. That's all he's missing. Am I right?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, but he's got it. Like he's in. You can see they invest in the product, and that is so great. I tell people, I've told people for years, you go to San Diego and you will have a week of pigeon racing. You'll always remember it. If you do it once, you won't be able to do it once. You'll come back again. It's like a drug. Do you agree?
Absolutely. I've been coming back here since 1988. Love the area. This is a destination. That's why we did the races in Las Vegas because Las Vegas is a destination. A lot of these people have pigeon races. They're out in places that you don't want to take your wife to. You don't even want to go to these places. So, I when I go, I look to have a good time. I'm looking to go out and have dinners, and I'm looking to see the ocean down here. I'm looking at the weather. The weather's always phenomenal down here. I mean, what more can you ask for except for your bird to come in on the day?
Yeah, and the other thing that we forget, we're not selling. Hey, you can go to Sandals, you can go to Fiji, you can go wherever for a vacation. But if you're
Right.
a pigeon man, and I'm going to say this, I've sent two birds, I've sent a team of five. You know, I've never been skunked in any of the races from 2011, 12, 13. I sent 3 years, 3 or 4 years. I never didn't have a bird in all three races and all the way to the finals, multiple birds. And I say for a group, Ron Steinbrenner, he's passed away. We understand this, but Ahmad and Steve and John, they put the race on a schedule. They stick to it, and man, it you get birds to the end and the birds are ready to go. You handle them, you feel them. Hey, you feel each breeder, each handler, he tunes them up a different way. What an atmosphere. It's like you're at the Super Bowl. pigeon racing?
Absolutely. And I think
Huh.
that, these races have changed over the years. Years ago, you used to be able to handle all your pigeons when the numbers were way down. But now these races that have 1,000, 2,000 pigeons, it's too time consuming to handle those pigeons before they go to the race. So, and I'm okay with that, but a lot of people aren't. I think that it was more popular when the pooling that the people were doing with their pigeons was more active, and you don't see that. That's kind of gone by the wayside now.
Yeah, why do you think that is?
It's too many. It's too many birds to. It just too time consuming. You have to start. You got 2,000 pigeons. You got to start. You know, 6 o'clock in the morning. You'll be there till midnight trying to handle them and get them all shipped, and it's just too taxing on the pigeons.
Yeah. I agree. Do you think though the people would still want to do that?
I think there are some that do. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Now, your years of participating, you've been in it since you were a pioneer in one loft racing. You played in it. You've seen it grow. You've seen it grow internationally,
Yes.
and I'll take it that you participated internationally.
I participated in Victoria Falls, the $1 million South Africa race, the Africa Pro race, and the Pattaya race.
Okay. So you've dipped a bit of a toe.
Yes.
Let me ask you, in all the races, and you're a judge of it because you've organized, you've been a part of, you've won, you've lost. Overall, the sport today from 23 or 24 or 30 years ago, how do you think is it evolving in a positive or does it need to pick it up a bit? What do you think?
I think it's evolved in a positive way because there's so many different races out there that somebody can participate in. For me, I'm very careful at what races I will participate in. I First of all, I never like to get into a new race the first year, especially if I don't know the person. I won't participate. But after that, then I'm looking to see, what did the rest of the people say that were in the race? Were you at the race? Did you see what happened? Um, and then I go from there. But my whole one loft racing used to be a lot out here, but then I started looking and analyzing the races and said to myself, how much money can I win? That was more important for me. I don't want to participate in these races where I spend $4,000 to win $3,000.
Okay.
And there's a lot of them out there. So today I like the big numbers that are coming in, where people are winning 100,000, they're winning 50,000, they're winning 80,000. And as much as you just mentioned about beating the competition of the big names that are out there, that's exciting, and the prize money is also exciting.
Okay. Since you're a man from Vegas and you know big money, I have a question or a thought, something to put at you, and I've often wondered when will there be a gentleman or a group that creates a very small race, big entry fee, one or two birds, maybe 200, maybe 300 birds tops, or 100 or 200 birds with big money, 10,000 a bird. Do you think that is going to come to North America?
I don't know. That's an interesting question because they do that a lot in China, and there's a lot of wealthy people, and they compete, and it's almost like they're on a winning. And let's just say there's 10 people that compete for $100,000 a week. It's like they just kind of move it around. Everybody gets their turn winning in the pot. What I'd like to see happen here in the United States is for somebody to put up $1 million guaranteed for the first bird through the hole.
Hey, Bill, I've talked to John about this, and it should be. I'm actually surprised it hasn't been. It will be coming soon. Agree with you, but I am going to say this. I am looking for that high roller table. I am looking for those kamikazes that want to put two birds in, 100 birds or 200 birds. They're $10,000 a bird. Let's go to work. I don't, I don't, you know what? I see races and I see guys putting in 50, 60, 100 birds, and that's great. They're paying for the races. Okay, great. But at the end of the day, it was still a little Belgian man with six birds in his widowhood loft playing that game, eh? And man, I will tell you still, Bill, to this day, you can come to my house in Belgium. And my neighbor, two doors down the road,
Now,
all right. So what I was gonna say is my neighbor down just literally 500 yards down there, a football field. He's 87 years old. He's flying 12 little hood cocks, and he's playing every week against 50,000 pigeons. And it's two different worlds. But I think, and there's nobody in the one loft business that's done it, has figured out, let's make it a bit smaller, but let's raise it up. And again, sometimes the camera will do that. I have it. Don't worry. We're gonna let John set it back up. But either way, I think one loft racing is going in the right direction. You oh, let me switch it to me. Your stick died, eh, John?
Yeah, is that what it is? Let me see. Hold on.
Maybe, probably, but that's okay.
Oh,
Anyways, it doesn't matter. You got every time I bring Bill on, it goes a little haywire. Guys, that's what live's about. Live isn't always perfect, and that's pigeon racing. Pigeon racing isn't always perfect. So as John gets it set back up, if it doesn't turn on, John, just hold the camera and we can wrap it up with Bill. But I'll say this, Bill. It's very nice to have you on. Overall, well, come on, John, hold it straight now. Jesus, it's still sunny there. Hold it straight, John. Come on. Um, Overall, you've been down there in San Diego, and you know the man that I know. Is it? Isn't he incredible at what he can do?
absolutely.
Yeah.
There's
You know,
nobody out there like it. And like what you just mentioned earlier, you're looking for the high roller table.
he's
Okay.
the man to
There's,
do it. He's the
he's
man.
he's definitely the man to do it because there's only a few that can do it and that you would trust to do it.
Yeah, hold on. You've just hit it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and children of all ages, John Timmerman next year should have a very small little race on the side, that little encore. And you know what? That should be the race. It should be the High Rollers Club. And you got to pay the big money. There's no replacements. There's no whining, crying, bitching, and moaning. And John will do it. And you know what? It'll be great. And I hope he does. And you know what, Bill? I want to thank you for coming on today. I want to thank you for everything that you said. You have a good insight into this. I hope one of these times when I'm down there, I get to meet you, come to Vegas and see. John says you have quite the setup. I don't know if John was blowing smoke, but apparently you have quite the setup.
Well, you're welcome to come down anytime, and maybe you'll come back this year because I'm here every year.
Yeah, I'll be there this year for the races, but good luck. And hey, you got
Thank you.
you got quite the army to compete against with Dave Clousing and El Dorado Loss from Canada. When will they stop winning, eh?
Hey, you know, the luck will run out someday, and we'll take over.
And you guys hear from Bill Ensign, that basically what he just told you in black and white is the casino always wins. I'm going to bring this back over to both of us here. Guys, that's Bill Ensign. He's at the California Classic, the Royal Cup, and the San Diego Triple Crown. He participates in all three. If you want to beat an icon, a man that plays every year, taking out a lot of money, and he's still here, he's still winning, he's still playing. If you want to play against him, hey, come down. Try your birds out. No excuses, eh? No bullshit. Send your birds, have a good time. And if you come for the week of pigeon racing, you will see what I've seen and what's Bill's seen for over 25 years. The consistency, the hospitality, the great weather, the great pigeon men, pigeons in great condition, and money that you actually get paid with no bullshit. Am I right, Bill?
Absolutely.
Hey, he said it. That's Bill. I'm Ryan. Thanks for flying with us. Good luck, guys. You're going to go against one of the best. And hey, Bill, the casino always wins, correct?
Absolutely.
John, we put it in your ear. Quit fucking around. Thanks for flying with us, guys. For now.